Today we're talking about the 5 key points that will make an INFJ stop getting overlooked by friends and peers. This is a question one of you sent to me, but it's been something that I read all the time. And every single INFJ knows this feeling. You do something amazing, you do something fun, and it seems like nobody sees it, nobody understands it, nobody appreciates it. And today we're not only going to talk about why this is happening, but we're going to talk about how to get to a place where you never ever feel like this again. Before we get started, I want to remind you, if you haven't done this so far, to download the poster on the 5 pillars to an INFJ epic life. And if you want to take it to the next level, then sign up for the INFJ Epic Life Bootcamp waiting list. The next Bootcamp live round is going live end of January. So make sure you're on that list. You get access to the early bird price and you get notified once we go live. Everything you need to know, you can find in the links in the description. Key point number 1, you have to stop waiting to be appreciated. And you might say, okay, Wences, isn't that something that applies to everybody? Why is this INFJ specific? It is INFJ specific because we are so attuned to how other people are feeling. So for us, this point is even more important than it is to other types. We have conditioned ourselves to be keenly aware to how other people respond to us. And so everything we do, we always do it with the afterthought of how are people going to receive this? Are they going to understand me? Are they going to like this? Is this going to be something that people feel? Because in the end, we also want to make people feel something. We want to make them feel what we are feeling. And if you as an INFJ want to get to a place where you stop feeling overlooked by your friends and peers, then the first step has to be that you stop waiting to be appreciated. You have to look at what you're doing and continuously go back to that. Meaning, there is no such thing as in, okay, I'm continue to do things and then people will like me at some point. No, that's not how it works. The point is that you give up completely waiting for appreciation, waiting for approval. Of course, we can't, avoid this altogether. We're human after all. We need some kind of, inclusion things going on in order to feel like, okay, we need to feel part of a group somehow. But it's all about your mindset and your approach to this. So if you want to get to a place where you never feel like you're being overlooked, then your entire mindset and your focus has to be on what can I do that I find interesting, that I like. And you're not going to look left and right. You're not looking back to see how other people's reaction is before you do the next step. You do one thing that you like, then you do the next thing that you like. And you know that you're never going to look left and right for approval because you're never going to get what you're looking for. Key point number 2, you become more of what you are, not less. See, we as INFJs tend to keep our light small. We tend to just, make ourselves into this little cushy thing that doesn't annoy other people. We don't want to disrupt the harmony. We rather go on eggshells than make other people uncomfortable. And this is, again, based on the fact that we're so aware of how other people are reacting to us. But if you want to get to a place where you don't feel overlooked, you have to lean into doing all the things that you like about yourself, that some people around you are just not going to like as much. They're going to like you less than they used to. And very often we are a little bit more of who we are with this one person in this one area and with this other person in this other area. And we can't even combine those friendship groups because that would mean that, the one group would see that one part of us that we keep hidden and vice versa. And the point here is to say that what we used to do all the time, which was trying to be accepted, is not an option anymore. We are going to get to a place where we say, I'm going to be myself completely, and it's not enough for me to be sort of accepted. If you don't appreciate me and everything that I am, then, that's okay. But I'm not going to change. I'm not going to compromise myself just to make you more comfortable. And you might say, okay, how will that help me to not being overlooked? People might see me, but they're not going to like what they see. So yeah, they might not overlook me anymore, but they will think I'm a freak. We'll get to that in a minute. But for now, remember, you have to be more of who you are, not less. It's not about being accepted and tolerated. We want way more than simply being, accepted at some level. That's just not going to cut it anymore. Key point number 3, you have to be willing and ready to lose some friends. If you want to change that entire approach, if you want to change that entire mindset of yours and you want to feel differently, you have to be aware that you're going to lose people. And it's not going to be just 1 or 2 people. You're going to change every single dynamic in your life. It's not that you have to go up to people and say, okay, now I'm in this different version and are you going to accept me? You're just going to see that it's going to be part of the game. You're going to lose friendships altogether, and you're also going to change dynamics with people. And very often these dynamics will turn into something that's actually even more fun. But maybe some aspects of you that you want others to appreciate you for, they won't even be able to appreciate you for anyway because they are backing off because of this new version of yours. Right? So everything's going to change. Of course, this can only happen if you know for sure already that you're going to be more of who you are, not less. You're going to be aware that you can't wait for people to appreciate you. And now the next thing is that you are waiting and know for sure that you're going to lose people. There is just no way around it. So be aware of that, anticipate it, and things are going to run much smoother. Key point number 4, become proud of yourself. And this is different than to accept yourself and to love yourself for who you are. What I'm talking about here is that you start taking actions in such a way that if you would look at yourself from the outside, you would say, oh, what a cool person. You want to impress yourself. You want to do things where you feel like, yeah, I've tapped into my potential. I've made myself proud. It may be something like moving across the country because that's something that you always wanted to do. It might be that you start your own endeavor. It might be that you talk to a person you never dared to talk to before. Or it might be that you're able to change your own mindset about another person. And you're so proud of yourself that you're able to, look at that situation in a new way that it makes you really, really proud. Why did I mention the last example? I mentioned it because this is something nobody's going to be aware of. But if you know, you know. You have done this, you've made this happen, and you're extremely proud of yourself. And you as an INFJ have definitely experienced things like this. There are certain things that you've done, mindsets that you've changed about yourself, and just, actions that you've taken that are making you so proud of who you are and what you've accomplished. And that's what we want to lean into. We want you to become a person that is just proud to be you. Because the prouder you are of who you are, of what you're doing, of what you're accomplishing, the less you're going to look left and right what people are thinking. The less you're going to notice, okay, what is person A thinking about me? Do they like me? Do they not like me? Because you already think what you're doing is amazing. Like you don't need that much external validation anymore. And so if you haven't done this so far, ask yourself, what could that be? What could you do that you would think of yourself, oh, that's awesome. That's amazing. Like that's something extraordinary. If you work on this, you will see how much easier it is to tackle this whole thing with being overlooked. Key point number 5, celebrate yourself. So it's one thing to be proud of yourself. It's another thing to celebrate yourself. We as INFJs don't like to brag. We as INFJs don't like to be the center of attention in a way of, oh, look at me, look at what I have accomplished. And I'm not here to tell you to do that because very often this is not what actually makes us happy. But very often we are not allowing ourselves to appreciate what we have done, what we have created, to celebrate what we are proud of because of the fear of what people are going to think, of people thinking that we're self-absorbed, that we just want to rub it under other people's noses, what we have achieved, and so on. And this is keeping us small because we have all this excess energy. We have all of this happiness that is within us. And one of our core things to do that we love to make other people feel something. So if you are feeling this joy of, oh, I've accomplished this. This is so amazing. Stop hiding it. And remember that, yes, of course you're going to lose people over this. Of course, some people are going to think, what a selfish person, what a self-absorbed person. They're so full of themselves. Let them think that. Because if you are not celebrating yourself, if you're not being proud of yourself, if you can't allow yourself to be the center of attention at this moment for yourself, then you're always going to be in that old game, in that old mindset that is all about, I'm trying to do my best here and I'm still getting overlooked. So when you do those 5 key points, what's going to happen? You're not going to get most of the people who used to, ignore you now think of you and say, oh, this person is amazing. No, some of it might think that, most of them won't admit it, and a lot of them are just not going to care. But you are going to move in a different phase of your life. You're going to start surrounding yourself with other people, not because you're actively choosing to, but because you're automatically attracted and attracting other people who connect with you on a completely different level. And then people will be drawn towards you because how much you actually like yourself, because of how proud you make yourself, because you're an inspiration for them to do the same thing for themselves. And that's how you get to a place where you're never feeling overlooked. Because some people are not going to care about you. And that's just the way life is. But you're going to be so focused on your vision. You're going to be so focused on taking steps that make you proud of yourself that you're not even looking for that. And at the same time, actually way more people will start paying attention to you. You just won't care anymore. It's just something that is there and you're a great inspiration to others. You share your positive energy with others, but it's not something that you do in order to get any kind of positive or negative feedback. It's just something that happens around you and that is a byproduct of you doing what is best for you. And with that, you're actually inspiring others to do the same. Remember, if you want some more guidelines how to get that life started, that INFJ Epic Life on your terms, then get the poster on the 5 pillars to an INFJ Epic Life. And if you want to take it to the next level, then join the next bootcamp round. The waiting list link is in the description. That way you get access to the early bird price and get notified once we go live. Everything you need to know you can find in the links in the description. And if you want to watch another video now that is in alignment with today's topic, then watch the video, what happens once the INFJ finally accepts their mind-blowing nature.